Hey everyone, welcome to Atlas Gaming. Please like and subscribe. I release content every day. We are playing Ring Miner here. This is pre-release access, so thank you to the developer for that. This is also version 1.03 after a video that I made and some comments that I made in my videos. The developer made a couple changes, and I think that they're great so far. The version 1.03 includes a gravity. You'll see it up here. I got something to talk about in the main menu. That's why I'm not moving on. But there's a gravity sensor in the top right that you will see, and there's also reduced sensitivity for keyboard controls. This game is optimized for gamepads, but I use mouse and keyboard. That's just my preference. So anyway, thanks for those changes. And so I just wanted to talk here. In my descriptions of the game or the videos that I'm making on this game, I include the link to the controls, but it's also right here. You just click on guide, and it's worthless in the video because I don't have the Steam overlay recording, but it'll take you to the same page that I have a link set up to. So anyway, let's get into this here. In the last one, I encountered the first bug. The first bug it was the first bug I encountered without intentionally trying to encounter bugs. And so you can see right here. Let's just rotate. So in the last video, just to orient us to the to the same setting of the last video. So we were coming from the left on the last one, and so we were heading right, and so you can see we've already got a landing zone right there. We've kind of landed on that rock, kind of. So we are going to go re-land there, and I'm not really going to go over controls in this one. I have links to the controls in all my videos, so the big thing I want to go over here is this. The gravity indicator. So we're still subjected to the gravity of that rock. But as we move closer to this one, I want to see when it switches over. Okay, so let's look at this. We are definitely closer to this rock, right? There was a point where I tested the gravity, and I thought I was closer to one rock and I'd be subjected to its gravity, but that wasn't the case. So it's good to know. You have to be, about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to the next rock before you encounter that gravity. And so I bring that up because I'll show you right here. We're going to free fall to this rock. And luckily there's no damage in this game. Otherwise, we'd be toast. That'd be the end of the mission. And now I'm just going to kind of get us back to where a good place to be. Ooh. Nope. Okay, so that's don't do that. I broke the game a little bit here. I think let's mess with this a little bit. So you can see the camera, nothing's really settling. It's not calming down. So I'm not touching any controls right now. That's what I'm trying to point out here. So if you free fall to a rock in order to land, that's a kind of a game over. Don't do that. I was just trying to test it out, but please hold. Okay. Welcome back. So we have to kind of get resituated here. Oh, there we go. I just pressed end. This time I'm not going to reorient. We will just let the game tell us what our orientation should be. And what I mean is that now we're going to be heading left instead of right. But it really doesn't matter in space, right? So watch the gravity meter once again. So it switches over. When is it going to switch over? Right there. Okay, so let's just look at the distance between these two rocks. And so you can see that this distance is greater than this one. So we have to be pretty far away from the one that we were last on in order for the new gravity to take effect. And so this looks favorable. Look at the gravity indicator. I like that a lot. I think that's a really good implementation of an idea. So my idea was a lot different, and I couldn't see how it would be easily programmed. And then the programmer of this game came up with this really simplified version of what I had in my head, and it works, I think, very well. So we're gonna. Oh no, I'm rotating. That's the wrong control. So I need to strafe like that. Then we're gonna turn just a little bit and make sure, okay, that looks good to me. Gravity is underneath us, which is where we like it. So I'm going to switch control here, open the bay doors, and cruise on out. And we're going to get a double whammy there. Let's see if we can... Oh, we already have these. No. You can see gravity is starting. We're going uphill, so gravity is not in our favor. Oh, we just went over. Well, shoot. It kind of leads me to question, like, okay, so in case you haven't seen the other videos, I've noticed that there are about three elements per rock. So if we just looked at those two, and we already had them, can I conclude that we also have this third one already? We're going to find out, but I just wanted to point this out. These levels, or not the levels, the rocks are procedurally generated, so they're randomized, and so this is a pretty good illustration of that, I think. This little crevice right here. I haven't seen this before. Oh, shoot. And maybe that was the maybe that was the end of the mission. Come on. I'm just going to try a bunch of random things until something works. Let's zoom in here. Okay. Oh, that's why. I was wondering why we were coming toward the camera, but it's because the top of the wheel is contacting. So, okay, cool. That was good, I hope. Let's see if we can get out of here. There was a comment in a video that I had made about this game. It actually was today. Today's the 30th of December, the year 2020, and there was a comment in one of the videos I made about this game, and the user was requesting that the developer add some music. And so the reason I assume that there's no music or sound is because we're in space, right? Okay, but I mean, I'm not saying that the suggestion by the user is invalid. I'm just pointing it all out. That's all. We're not going to be able to get up to that resource from here, so I'm going to try to back in. Huh, that one went really smoothly. Usually I try to just roll in front, pull the front of the rover in because it seems easier to steer for me. But I don't know if it's obviously I think designed to be backed into, and so it might be easier to do that if we try that. So from now on, I'm going to try to back into it just to test out that theory. Okay, and so gravity is like right here on us, pulling down. We're going to come over here and then rotate. Yeah, look at that. See, we want gravity right underneath us. Again, gravity is the G. So now it's green. That's favorable for us. So I'm going to land it. Nice and feathered touch. Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. Come out and we'll just poke out a little bit. Was that yes, that was the third one. We already had it. Okay, so that might be something that'll be safe to assume from here on out. Is just that if you already have some of the elements, then you probably have all the elements on the rock. Again, assumptions can get us into trouble, but you can see there are plenty. Let's just zoom out here. Let's take a look at this belt. My mouse clipped to another monitor, but you can see how huge the belt is, right? Look at all these rocks we can mine. So I don't feel like we're really missing out on anything by making an assumption like that, like here, I tried to find two of the elements. We already had them. And so from now on, I'll just assume that we have all of them if I run across that. Because now I'm in a little bit of a pickle. You can kind of see that pulling in it's a little bit difficult here. And it's because of the terrain of the rock. You can see the rippling. So I'm going to try to give a little bit more space between the right side of the rover and the right side of the left side of the lander, this over here. Because maybe that was kind of holding us up. Yeah, sure enough, that worked well. Okay, so we'll switch back to the lander. See which way we need to take off. It looks like, okay, we're going to take off that way. Nice. Do a little hot dog in here. Fly through some close quarters. There's a video on the developer's Steam, the store page for this game. Oh, but look, there's a landing site on that one too. I forgot what happened there, but anyway, the developer is using a gamepad, and you can see how smooth the controls are on the gamepad versus on mouse and keyboard. He's doing some things that I don't think I'd be able to do even after hours of mastering the controls with mouse and keyboard in this game. So if you're a gamepad user, you'll be at an advantage when you play this game. I'm not seeing a lot of color on this rock. Let's kind of scope it out. You can see it's kind of an ordeal, right, to land. Like each landing is different. You have to get the gravity right, and I feel like it might be a waste of time to land on some rocks. And so let's take that into account here. I'm gonna kind of pull in. Let's see what gravity looks like. Okay, so if we are on the rock face, we're gonna be more like, that, right? That's about parallel with the rock face. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that landing. We're gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna still get whoa, nice and easy, nice and easy. We're gonna scout out other patches of resources or elements on this rock. Like here's some. You can see that it's like the red and teal, and this might be favorable for landing. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, there's a big patch here though. Look at that. This red back here. And then so we're going to be more like that. Yeah, let's just give it a shot. I think it looks okay. It looks acceptable. Open the bay doors, switch control. Okay, whew. I guess that's a pretty good indicator, right? That everything kind of changes. The camera axis switches a little bit. You can see like right now, here, let me just demonstrate what I'm talking about. Right now, the lander is canted, right? It's sideways, or it's, well, it's canted. It's a little bit crooked. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to press X and go back to the lander. And now you can see relative to the camera, it's level. It's plumb, right? And so when I press X and go to the rover, it's a really good demonstration of the player's judgment of the gravity indicator. And so we got to be pretty careful here not to roll off that side. Right now you can see up here gravity is playing nicely with us. We're in a good plane right here on this rock. Whoops. Let's press Y. Nice. Natrium. Okay, so nice and easy, because if the nose tips up right there on the edge of that circle that we just blasted. Okay, and now titanium. Nice. Oh, there's francium. Did we get credit for that? Yeah, we did right here. Okay. I think it's francium, right? Anyway. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to back in from now on. And that was another thing that was improved in this version of the game. You have the gravity indicator, which is huge. Thank you so much for doing that. It makes it a lot more interesting, too. It's not just easier, it's more interesting for me. Here, let me okay. The gravity indicator, because there's a little bit more analysis to each landing, and I enjoy that aspect a lot. Okay, we're backing in. Nice. Okay, we're stuck on the right side. You can see it. There we go. Kind of hitching up there. And then so the keyboard controls were the other thing that was changed. And like I said in my last video, this is version 1.03, and that changed the keyboard controls. I noticed immediately with the rover. So we're going to continue here. Yeah, oh, look at all the color. You can see it from here. On the next two, you can see this huge patch right here. And you can see a lot of smaller patches. And this one will offer some, I think, some interesting landing analysis. But that's it for this one. We're going to make our way over to that, but I'm going to conclude this video here. This one's called The Ring Miner. It comes out December 31st of 2020 on Steam. Keep an eye out for it. The developer so far is impressively involved, just in willing to make changes, which is very cool to see. About 50% of the small releases that I see, the developers don't know what they're doing. So just the demonstration so far of the competence of the developer is good. It's encouraging. So anyway, thanks for watching Atlas Gaming. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I release content every day. We'll see you in the next one.